Let's bring in meteorologist Andrew Brightman. Andrew, the weather is pretty widespread across the Carolinas, but what are some of the places that are being most impacted? Charlotte's kind of up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, Charlotte's definitely up in the air. That's a great way to put it, Maureen. Much more confident of the impacts as we get to Raleigh, Durham, and then especially heading towards Virginia Beach and right along the border between Virginia and North Carolina in terms of significant to major impacts from this developing system. 38 degrees though right now, so temperatures still above freezing. Anything that falls wouldn't stick to really the ground, and especially the roadways. Winds out of the northeast at 8 to 12 miles per hour currently. Up in the mountains, though, a little bit of a different story. They've got some snow up in Boone, but paying very close attention to the blacktop right here. It's still black, which is good news. Temperatures overall, those road temperatures that Brandon was talking about earlier, for the most part currently still fairly marginal across the Carolinas. There we go. We got the Boone camera coming back for us here. You can see some of that light snow coming down, but overall not having a big impact on the roadways. Temperatures up across the mountains in the upper 20s. Elsewhere, most of the region is still above freezing, but one of the reasons we haven't seen any precipitation, that temperature and dew point, they're really not matching quite yet. That means we haven't fully saturated the atmosphere. So still, as we see these dew points in the mid-20s, that still is going to act as an anchor for our temperatures to pull them down once we start to see some precipitation as we go throughout the day today. As we start to switch on over to pinpoint radar, it looks like there's some snow or sleet and freezing rain trying to reach the ground around Salisbury, Charlotte, Concord. But one thing I do want to check, because this is still the radar down in Greenville. A little bit of a ways here from uptown Charlotte, but one of the tools that we can use as we look a little bit closer, we usually use the terminal radar at the airport radar, to give us an idea of maybe some low-level rotation for tornadic activity, but also can show us that still, even in and around Charlotte, most of, if not all of this precipitation is not reaching the ground just yet. So even though your radar on your various weather apps, especially our pinpoint weather app, might show snow or freezing rain, most of that is still not reaching the ground yet. As we zoom out here, clouds on radar, surface low right now near the Big Bend of Florida, high pressure to the north. That's what's been keeping us dry. And then we're starting to see more precipitation, heavier snow starting to develop here farther off to the north and east of Charlotte. And that's where we're going to be watching for some of the bigger impacts as we look a little bit forward down the road here near Rocky Mount, Greenville, Virginia Beach. This is an area that I'm going to be watching closely for significant impacts. In terms of overall, if you're going to be commuting this afternoon through your Thursday morning, could see some impacts here in terms of a potential snow, sleet, and freezing rain on the way across the region. Futurecast, it's been struggling with that dry air that I was referencing earlier, so overdoing the precipitation, but still for the most part giving you an idea that this is not going to be a major system. Most of the impacts, again, zooming back out farther off to our north and east. There is some potential, though, as we head through the overnight hours, making our way into your Thursday. You can see some snow moving in from portions of Kentucky, bit of an upper level low moving through. We might see some snow showers tomorrow morning for the morning commute. That's why we still have that yellow caution sign up for your morning commute, because we still could be dealing with a little wintry precipitation on the way here across the Carolinas moving on through. Overall, though, a minor event on the way here across the Carolinas. We keep going forward here. Your pinpoint 7-day forecast, we're going to be watching those temperatures slowly starting to rebound as we make our way towards the weekend. We do have a pinpoint weather alert day through noon tomorrow for those snow showers I was talking about, but much better weather this weekend. And there's those potential 60s on the way, Maureen, early next week.